Today we're going to be running through the software for the Razer Viper Mini mouse. Without further ado, let's jump straight into it. So once you install the Razer Synapse software, this is going to be the screen you're greeted with. Here's a graphic of the mouse, and you can click on any of these white texts here to customize what the mouse actually does. So if I go ahead and click this button number 5, by default it's going to be mouse button 5. If you want to assign it a keyboard shortcut, like a key that's on your keyboard somewhere, you go ahead and click that here. So let's say you want one of the numbers. Let's say you go ahead and go to, say, number 3. And once you push mouse button number 5, it's going to hit the number 3 as if you're typing the number. And then you can include modifiers with that as well. So that can be like Shift, Control, or Alt. Or you can enable turbo mode along with the modifier. And basically what that does is it's going to press the number 3 7 times, or you can make it click up to 20 times. That's going to be a super useful feature if you need to spam something in a game aggressively. Now, mouse functions are going to be similar to keyboard functions, except you get the mouse clicks, and you can also have turbo mode here as well. Next, we're going to have sensitivity, and this is where you adjust your DPI settings, and you can go ahead and update that in the DPI stages as well here in the performance tab, but we'll cover that in a second here. Then we also have inter-device. So this is going to be if you have two Razer products like a keyboard and a mouse, you can hold Shift on the keyboard and click on the mouse, and that's going to create a shortcut with two different Razer products. Normally you couldn't do that with a keyboard like Logitech and a mouse like Razer. You need to have the same two products by Razer to enable this. Then we have switch profile. This is pretty straightforward. Once you have multiple profiles, you just go ahead and switch between them or cycle between them there. And to add them, you just go ahead and click add here, or you can go ahead and import one. And then with the profiles, you can link to a specific game. So what you do is you click on your profile, click the plus, and let's say for me, I like Valheim. So every time I launch the game Valheim, this profile is gonna launch. Next, we have Razer Hypershift. So basically what this does is pretty much duplicate your mouse, and this is gonna be your standard functions. And Hypershift is basically like entering another mode. So essentially you have a whole nother set of buttons. Next, we have launch program, and this is gonna be pretty straightforward. If you wanna launch a specific app, you just click there, and then you just navigate to it via your desktop folders, or you can launch a specific website by pasting the URL into there. Then multimedia is gonna be your multimedia controls that you can assign to a specific button. Then you have window shortcuts. So this is going to be things like copy, paste, cut, close app, refresh. You can assign these type of shortcuts to a mouse button as well. These are more utility type shortcuts. And then we have text function, which is going to be where you type something in, and then you can have it type that text out by clicking one button. And you can also add emojis here, or you can go ahead and add special characters that you normally don't have included on your keyboard. And then of course you can disable the button if you don't wish to have the button activated for whatever reason. So next, let's go to the performance tab, and here you can see that we have different DPI stages. So if I press this button here, you can see that I am cycling between the different stages. And what you can do is, if this is too much stages, you can lower it to like 2 if there's only 2 different speeds you want the mouse to operate at. And then if we scroll down a little further, we can see we have polling rate, and this is how fast your mouse is going to perform. I'd recommend keeping it at 1000. That way your mouse is never going to lag or skip any beats. And then up here we have the lighting tab, and this is going to be things like your brightness. This is going to adjust the RGB lights on the mouse. And then here you can have the lighting automatically turned off if your display gets turned off, or if your mouse is idle for a specific amount of minutes. And as far as I can tell, 15 minutes is the maximum. Then over here we have effects. So this is going to be how your lights actually glow. So right now it's on static green, and you can see that my mouse is glowing green right now. Now I can go ahead and update this to like breathing, and I can cycle between green and blue. So if you see, the mouse is currently green, and if you wait just a second here, it's going to switch over to the blue light. And then advanced effects is where you can sync different Razer products together to have a different lighting effect. And then if we go over to calibration, here you can tune your mouse to a specific Razer mousepad. So these are all of the mousepads Razer's released. So if you have the Firefly, you can go ahead and click calibrate, and then it's gonna calibrate its liftoff distance to the Firefly mouse. So this mouse will definitely give you a competitive edge if you could actually utilize some of these shortcuts or DPI toggling settings. Now, if you want to see a dedicated hardware review of this mouse, I did make a video about that, and if you want to see that, the video to that is going to be up here, so go ahead and check that out. And with that being said, thanks for watching this video. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.